changed you and your family's daily routine since you've been ambassador?
Yeah, well, I think before we really were not conscious of any skincare routine before we became ambassadors. And so I think Cetaphil on the one hand really educated us on what proper skincare is and what, like let's say even the pH balance, the 5.5 that is good for your skin. I didn't know those things before. And then also, like I was sharing earlier, just teaching our children, even when they're young, how to really take care of their skin, that it's important, and to be mindful of the fact that their skin may react to certain things that they eat, but also at the end of the day, just to make sure they go to bed clean. With 5 kids, I can't micromanage all of them. So if I'm following all of them around every single day, checking to make sure they do everything, I will really be exhausted. I'll have to do breathing for 100 minutes. I'll have to say, kids, you need to give me 100 minutes to just breathe. So I think it made us more aware, and then it made us intentional also of what is proper and right and applicable to our family, each individual. So yeah.
All right, thank you. Any other question? Oh, there we go.
Hi, I'm Nicole, mommy vlogger din. So, Miss Joy, I was wondering, are there anything that you look for in a skincare product, like, or with the ingredients list or something?
Before I thought if like something smells really good, then it's okay, because you want to mask sometimes how you smell. But I realized let's say with Cetaphil, we really like it now so much that if I actually smell something too strong, like soap or even shampoo or even detergent, because our noses have been trained with how gentle Cetaphil is, I actually feel like that other stuff is kind of toxic. So Cetaphil for us, the contents are gentle, they're not harsh on your skin. You can wash your skin several times a day and it won't dry out. So those are some of the things that now we really look for as a family. So gentle on the skin, not harsh, and the pH balance has to be right. We saw a graph before, different soaps. I won't mention the brands anymore, but sometimes you get surprised. You think, wow, this is a really reputable brand. And then you see it on the pH balance scale, and it's really where it's going to be harmful for your skin. So I think those things you should just research and find out, because it's so important. And I'm an older person. No, but I'm really old now, actually, compared to all of you. But I think just taking care of your skin is one way to stay young looking and fresh looking. And you can't fight your age, it's just reality. But if you take care of your skin, those things will matter. And products that are gentle, like Cetaphil, make a difference.
What about our other mommy vloggers?
Beauty expert.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of readers have been asking me, Nikki, what's the best skincare? And I always answer them, first you have to focus what's your skin issue is, because we don't have the same skin issue. So you know your skin issue, so from there you target. So firstly, you have to look for cleansers. That's not because it smells good. Second, it's not because it's endorsed by your favorite artistas. Yes, it's more of when you use it. Same with Rowena, you don't feel it tighten your skin. Second, me, I have sensitive skin. If it itches my skin and I see my skin turning red, sorry, even if it's expensive, I have to throw it away or give it to another person because it just didn't work. No, I know that you don't like. No, it may work for them, not for me. So same that thing is that when it comes to skincare, you have to make sure you target. So if you have acne prone skin, then look for skincare that's for acne prone. If you have dry skin, then really go for skincare that has right pH level, so that to make sure whenever you wash your face, your skin is safe, and it's every time your skin is hydrated, you don't look your age.
That's true.
That's the secret.
That's true.
Actually 60 years old.
60 daw siya.
Excuse me, 61.
Mr. Rowena also.
Same. No skincare should ever make your skin feel overly dry or tight. Like I said earlier, that's just a shortcut to lines and wrinkles. So in my case, I always go for the moisturizing types because a lot of us here in this humid country, most of us have oily skin, I think.
Yeah.
And most people think that if you have oily skin, you have to use those products that take away the oil. But actually, taking away the oil is not good for your skin. It's going to make your skin look older than your time. That's the main secret I can share because I'm 40 plus already. But I really take good care of my skin. Parang ever since teenager ako, I've been using a skincare regimen. Hindi pa siya uso dito, bumibili na ako ng mga origins, yung parang, and I never use yung mga may alcohol, but anything that dries, you shouldn't use on your skin. Even if you think it's oily, kasi iniisip natin, oily yung skin natin, we don't need moisture, but we do. Because it's the moisture that keeps it smooth, wrinkle-free, and fresh looking. If you strip the oils too much, you'll just end up producing more oils. So, magiging mas bad for your skin pa. Just siguro choose a lighter formula but still moisturizing because moisture is really, really important. So that's why Cetaphil is one of the few facial washes that I use because it doesn't dry my skin and it provides moisture.
And sunblock. Before, I didn't want to use sunblock because I have oily skin, and I thought if I put sunblock, I'm going to break out or it's going to make my skin worse. But then when I started using sunblock regularly, it actually stopped me from being super oily, and my skin was better. So sunblock also. Really, I wish I had known that earlier. But my mom was the type, because she's American, she would go out in the sun, she would burn herself, and she didn't think to teach me when I was younger. But for those of you who have children, daughters, you tell them when they're younger, start putting sunblock already. Because sun is also going to age us. Yeah.
Thank you. You can trust Mr. Wena also because kaya lumayo ako kasi masyado maganda yung pores niya. Di ko kita. Baka nakakanya yung pores ko. So thank you for that. And another question, really wonderful question. Thank you. Another question from the crowd. Okay.
Good afternoon, I'm Katie Grashon, mommy blogger behind iloveisha.com. So this question is for Miss Joy. How do you find time to balance your your busy family life and at the same time take care of yourself? Because as we can see, you're so pretty.
I think sometimes you just have to lock your door and you tell your kids, this is mom time, and this is because I homeschool. So in the mornings, my routine is I home educate the kids. And I was telling this to Omni the other day. At a certain time in the day, maybe around 2 o'clock, I would really tell them, okay kids, this is mommy's turn to relax. You go entertain yourselves. And the more kids you have, the more playmates they have. So and then I would just say, okay, I need to rest, I need to relax. And that will be my time now to just read or write, because I think, we don't have to be martyrs as moms. If we don't take care of ourselves, then we will not have the energy, we will not be healthy enough to take care of those whom we love. So it's not a sin, it's not wrong to just take time out for yourself. Even taking care of your skin, that's part of it. But you do need time to relax during the day. It doesn't have to be that I tell my kids, okay, I will see you in 5 hours. It's not realistic. But even just for me, 1-2 hours of alone time makes a big difference. So I actually tell my kids, and they know not to disturb me.
Alright.
So, and now I have an excuse even. I'm like, Mommy's so pregnant, I really have to rest. Don't you want to take care of your baby sister that's on the way? So I think you just have to, with kids it's very important, even when they're very young, you teach them boundaries. Because as a mom, if you don't teach them boundaries, if you don't establish your authority as a mother, it's very hard to tell them, okay, you go off and you entertain yourself. They will always be clingy, always be around you. So you need to establish boundaries. So honestly, I'm not perfect at balancing anything. Like we learned earlier, you can never get rid of all the stress in your life. But we just need to learn how to manage it. And there'll be seasons, right? There's seasons when, oh my gosh, it's so hard. You're breastfeeding an infant, you've got like 4 other kids running around, and it's like, everything seems so imperfect. So I think we also need to realize we don't have to be perfect as moms. We don't have to always have everything together. And if we don't get our sense of self-worth from what we do and what we're able to accomplish, I think that also lessens the stress in our lives.
That's true.
So I think it also makes a difference. You have to know first, like for me personally, I say, Lord, I know you love me, I'm imperfect, but you love me perfectly. And I'm just going to rest in that thought. I don't need to be perfect, I don't need to have everything together. but you have to help me with my kids. So, and it helps if you and your husband have a lot of time together also. Because if that relationship is okay, ang haba ng answer ko, no, parang I'm giving a seminar na. Because I really give seminars on marriage and parenting. But if that fundamental relationship is okay, you spend time with your husband, you have open communication, your love tank is also more full to love your children. But if that relationship is under stress, it's not okay. It's very hard for you to also have a good relationship with your kids. So we tell before when we would go out on dates and my kids would be like, why do you guys have to go out? And my husband would tell them, we can love you better if we love one another well. Does that make sense? Because sometimes as moms, we become so child-centric. And then it's all about the kids. And your husband is neglected na. So we have to always cultivate that relationship with the husband, and then it makes it easier. You're a team taking care of the kids. That's such a long answer, but to perfectly balance your life, I don't think it's entirely possible. But I learned today, take breathing breaks, right? It does make a difference, and I think you just take it one day at a time, and don't feel like you have to be perfect wife, perfect mother, look perfect. You try your best. You surrender the rest to God, and then I think you'll be okay.
That's true. So ngayon, book na kayo ng date, put in your calendar, and also don't be a mom tier. Don't be a mom tier. You shouldn't be. Okay, thank you so much for that. Last two questions though. There we go. We have them.
Hi, I'm Mads from mommyandmore.com. My question is for Nikki. I was wondering, as a beauty blogger, how important is it how important is good skincare?
For me, first things first, if you're a beauty blogger, I have to be honest, you show your bare skin. Like me, when I do product reviews to those who read my blog, I really put before and after pictures unedited. So whenever I want to show a blush, I want to make sure that I have a good base. At least the blush can be seen better rather than your skin issues. And at the same time, I always believe that when, you can't be perfect. You can't have perfect skin all the time. But if you try to do your best to look good, that's also, for me, a respect to your readers and to people you meet, because you really take time to take care of yourself to make sure you look good for them.
Julian, ayaw niya magpa-selfie kanina na may filter. So, kailangan talaga important ang skincare sa kanya. Our final question before okay, there we go.
Hello, I'm Annalyn from Annalyn.net. I'd like to ask this question to Rowena about what's your favorite Cetaphil product and why?
The cleanser. I think I've been raving about the cleanser the entire time. And like I said again, it's not over drying. It provides moisture and it gets your skin clean. Plus, everyone in the family can use it. From the baby to the lola, lahat pwede talaga. So parang hindi ka na mako-confuse kung ano yung bibilin mo. Kasi before I used to think, oh, my kid is a teenager, so I have to buy her the anti-acne, whatever. Pero hindi eh. Kasi as it turns out, one of my kids has eczema. So, isa pa siya, mas lalong hindi siya pwede gumamit ng products na nakaka-dry kasi it aggravates the condition. So, we just stick to Cetaphil because that's what the pediatrician ordered, that's what the dermatologist ordered. That's about what every professional ordered. So, yun na yung ginagamit namin lahat. So, it's easier. We just buy and everyone uses.
And they come in big sizes. So guys, alam mo na yung sagot dyan. Good for the entire family. Thank you so much for all your questions. I'm sure they'd love to answer your questions. You can approach them. Super friendly, everyone here today. And we'd love to discuss your questions with you. But before we go, we'd love to have a photo op with our ambassadors, as well as Dina Salonga, as well as Kaki Teodoro, both from Yoga Plus, as well as Diet Diva, to come have a photo all together here on the stage.